All right, it looks like we are live. Let me just double check. Yes, we have an ad. It's not a skippable ad, though. No, now I can skip it. Okay, we are here. We are back. Welcome to another week of the GeoGuessr stream. We are 129 countries deep right now. Currently, somewhere in the Balkans, it seems. Let's read these bins. No, we can't get near them. We cannot get near them. All right. Tons of fun. Christopher Like saying we are live. We are indeed live. Christopher Like. It seems we're still doing the usernames for the display in the chat. Thank you, YouTube, for that. Cat saying hi, YouTube. Blah, blah. Cat saying hi, Ewan and all. Hello, cats. Hope you're doing well. I'm feeling Montenegro here. And I can't prove that in any way, shape, or form. It's entirely vibes. The vibes of this, to me, are Montenegro. So, I'm trying to... Ooh. Here we go. We can see these bins again. Christopher Lexon, you saw my GeoGuessr find? Yes, that was something. It was for anyone who didn't see that in the... Ooh, wait. My computer... Whoa! Okay, my computer's being weird. For anyone who didn't see that in the Discord, basically Christopher Like was playing GeoGuessr in Croatia and stumbled upon, because I wasn't sure exactly how to type this out, but what if it was coming from like the lot? It left the lot where they store the Street View cars, and that's why they were together. That's a theory that I had. Okay, let's see. Igalo, Kaminari, Igalo. Again, I do think this is Montenegro. I think we're near the beach, because I feel like we've seen people wearing beach attire. Phoenix saying, hey all. Hello, Phoenix. Welcome in. Igalo, Igalo. Yeah, exactly, Christopher Like saying, when I saw that, I just laughed and had to do a double take. Yeah, that's definitely bizarre. But I wonder if there's a map of that. A map of, like, Google Street View cars from, taken by Google Street View cars. Yeah, this is a Balkan language. Which one? I do not know. We've got Cartis asking, or perhaps says Christopher Like asking, are we lagging? Is anyone else lagging? Actually, I want to say this is Croatia, because we haven't seen any Cyrillic yet. Is it lagging for anybody else? Yeah, there's no Cyrillic at all. For sale in English. Okay, one little blip, but all good now. Okay, Christopher Like, refresh solves your problem. Cat saying Kerngor is Montenegro. Where did we see Kerngor? Oh, I was trying to read this as if it were Cyrillic. I was like, CAMP, what would that... Camp. Big brain move there. See, it's infiltrated my brain. Igalo again. Okay, on the billboard earlier with the guy drinking coffee. Okay. So Igalo, that way west. Again, don't know. See, okay. I would be very game for Montenegro here. The only problem is we haven't seen them in that guess. Christopher likes saying I think it's Montenegro. All right, if people are down for it, I'll start a poll. Start poll. Montenegro. Of course, my keyboard isn't connected. Come on. Okay. Montenegro. Yes, no, and keep looking. Montenegro question mark. Boom. Okay. Cat saying I'm confident because Crna Gora is the local name of Montenegro. Okay. The votes are coming in. They seem heavily in favor of Montenegro. Alright. Let's do it. Nice. Okay, so where is this place? We were in Biella. I don't see that place with the I name that we kept seeing. But let me end the poll. Alright. Sick. Love this. Okay. Right-hand drive. Oh, well that's easy. Industry Modern Senegal. I'm gonna guess this is Senegal. Any objections? Going once. Going twice. What was that car? I'll have a sip of water, just in case. Just in case anyone objects. Let's do it. Phoenix saying no objections at all. Yep. Christopher likes saying terrain matches Senegal. Okay. Middle East. Oh. Well, it's a UAE flag, right? Yeah. That's kind of massively obvious. But at the same time... Yeah, Cat's saying UAE. Yeah. Dubai Islamic Bank. It's the UAE. There we go. Norway. 100% Norway. Yep. Easy. It's got the O with the line through it, and it's too mountainous to be the other one, Denmark. That's also the Norwegian stripe flag, string flag. What do we call it? The ribbon flag. Right? So, there we go. Norway. Any objections? Yep. Phoenix saying has to be Norway. Let's run it. Awesome. Next up, we have... It feels Belgian. Yep, that's a Belgian plate. Belgian plate. I don't know what that is. Belgian plate. This is Belgium. I'm gonna take a quick cough drop break. It was on Friday. No way. Yeah, Cat saying doesn't look like Belgium. Yep, I've put that together. Those were red plates. The text on those plates was red. How has my brain done that? That was quite a moment. Did that just say Vilnius University? Yeah. Oh, whoops. Oh, sick. Livanos. Hold on. What's that sign say? Back, forward. No, brilliant. Gosh, come on. Keep going. I'm trying to read what this is. It's not a sign. It's just an abandoned thing. Awesome. Love that. Love when you think it's a sign and then it's absolutely nothing. Honestly. Okay, Cyclovia. Is this... What is happening? I've got a weird one, a weird guess here. And it's Peru. Yeah, Christopher likes saying time warp. So, like... trying to get a look at that plate. Or even, what direction were we going in? Alright, we're gonna go... south, or is south the way we came from? No. We can't... Yeah, Phoenix saying Ecuador, maybe not confident. I would say Ecuador if it's not Peru. Definitely. Keep going north. I, like... This is just odd. I'm very much in favor of Ecuador at this point, actually. So we've seen... There was a very well-protected bike lane about a minute and a half ago. And we'd seen that before in Ecuador. Like a very... You know, there's a concrete barrier, and then there's the bike lane. Estrella del Mar. I don't know. What is that supposed to... It's a Star of the Sea. I don't know what that's useful for. What do Ecuadorian plates look like? I'm trying to remember. They're pretty much indistinguishable from Peruvian ones. Ah, that's great. Trying to think of anything we can use here to discern one from the other. Yeah, Phoenixing is the only plausible one with this truck in South America is my reasoning. I fully agree with you on that as well. Because you don't see this truck in Peru. And that's... If it weren't for... Okay, totally candid. I was very sick this weekend, and I still have, like, fever brain. So I'm a little spacey right now. But yes, that was on my mind as well. Of like, we haven't seen this truck before in Peru, and as much as this looks like Peru, the truck doesn't match. Where could this be otherwise? Probably Ecuador. It's also moving at a snail's pace. Are we even moving? I don't think we're even moving. Like, that sign has been... About time. My bar on the beach, restaurant and bar. Why is that in English? Via San Vicente, Sao Pablo, Ayanque. Ayanque sounds Incan. I assume those are just roads on it. Oh, no. Ewannnawe. Right here. On the water. I think that's good enough evidence for Ecuador. Anyone disagree with that? Yeah, Phoenix saying 2. I have a streak to lose, though. Fair enough. I think I've got it now, though. Are we feeling good? Yeah, Cat saying nice catch. Thank you. Total luck. Alright. Let's run it. Nice. We got it. Okay. Okay, well, Korea. Yeah, Korea. Always good to go a couple blocks to make sure you're not just in, like, Koreatown. But, boom. Easy. Well, okay. Brazil 222. Really, Christopher, like, you had this street earlier today. This one right here. Brazil, though. Boom. I was, okay, the Korean one. That same exact street in Seoul. So that's crazy. I did see this thing on Reddit like a week or so ago where it was like I don't know what exactly it was, but it was like this guy who lives in this state in Brazil, or it was just northwest Brazil, and he was like, yeah, the closest country to me that isn't Brazil is Sierra Leone. It's just like, that's crazy, but I don't think it's true. You got French Guiana right here, or France right here. I feel like Bolivia might be a little closer, but I can't tell. On the curvature of the earth as well. Okay, yep. Christopher likes saying it is true. That's crazy. It looks slightly further than French Guiana. Also, Switzerland. Let's see, once I can catch a car. You can look at its plates. Those are European plates. And everything, we get German. Bahnhof. Bahnhof is train station. Just a multilingual guy like that. It's pretty much all in German. Just making me think this is actually Austria. So the plates are European. The German is all German. St. Daniel. Yeah, I really want to say this is Austria. Phoenix is asking, does it look like low cam? It kind of does, but I can't tell if it's just confirmation bias. Hold up. There we go. .at. As I was saying. Alright, any objections to that? Yep, Christopher likes saying Austria. Let's run it. Awesome. Ooh, almost Italy. Oh. Okay, well that's just that simple then. .ca, it's Canada. Any objections to that? Sometimes it's just that simple. Yep, Cat saying Canada. Regional Road 25. Let's run it. Ontario. Ah, okay, we're in Ireland. Yep. So we've got, well, the sign in English and Irish, and the plates are white on both sides. It's Ireland, basically. I know I always get on here and I'm like, oh, I'm kind of tired, so excuse I'm genuinely, like, the fever fogginess right now is bewildering now that I'm actually doing something that I've just been laying in bed for, like, 2 days now. And now that I'm actually doing something where I'm having to use my brain and talk, I'm like, wow. I might feel physically better, but mentally I'm in the clouds. Ugh. Property private. Christopher likes saying you're like me last week. Were you sick last week? That sucks. Luckily, and I mean, knock on wood, hopefully it doesn't come and just hit me again tonight. But luckily, this seems to have only been like a 2-day thing. Or, well. Okay, yeah, Katz was sick last week in November. Oh, jeez. Okay, Christopher Lake was sick as a dog even on your birthday. That sucks, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think it's when the weather changes, I think that's when it gets everybody. I think both my roommates got sick recently as well, too. It's that time of year everyone gets their first sickness of the winter. These are French signs. I should have been using my brain here. But glad you've both made it out okay. It's just, it happens. Okay, Kat's saying we need more clues. I'm fine with that. Let's keep going. Yeah, it's like it's finally getting cold in New York. So it was like, I think yesterday morning I realized it was like I can't just rely on DoorDash while I'm sick. I should go grocery shopping. Like, that is the smart thing to do. And I can't exactly get like healthy. You can get healthy food. I was like, I need very basic food right now. So it was like, I'm gonna make the trek 1 block to the grocery store and go get things, and it was a nightmare. I was like, trying to get my oatmeal and orange juice and everything, and like getting back up the stairs to my apartment. That was a nightmare. I have refused to leave the apartment since then. Yeah, Kat's saying it's freezing here. I'd imagine it's Calgary weather. Yikes. That's not great. Christopher Lexon, I went to work the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, didn't last an hour, and got sent home. Dude, that sucks. I'm sorry. That's good that you got sent home, though. You can't try to work through that stuff. That's how you just make it worse. Yes, and Drew hopping in to say you gotta eat healthier to prevent another Buenos Aires airport incident. More fiber in the diet for sure. Rumor has it Drew will be making an appearance on a stream coming up here soon. It's merely rumor, though. We're just going through the French countryside. Here we go. Got a van. Kat's asking Drew visiting NYC, and Drew sharing, I will share my truth. I cannot be silent. Maybe I'm going to rethink Drew being on the stream. I feel like he's gotten more powerful since he was last on. More audacious. Oh, okay, Christopher. Like, I get you. when you call out, they think you're lying. So you went to work to. I gotcha. It wasn't France. Oh, it wasn't France. Cats saved it. Cats literally saved it. You said we need more clues. As I had France selected. Yeah. Cat saying this is Belgium. Knew it wasn't France. Wow. All right. That's a terrifying moment. That's one of those, that was like a near-death experience. That's what that just was. It's like when you're running and a tree branch falls behind you, and if you were a half second slower, the tree branch would have crushed you. That's what that just was. That was a full-on near-death experience. Wow. Okay. What an evening. Cat saying the signs look different than in France. They look slightly French though. That's it. Wow. Yeah. Verwarming. Wiesmann. Ah, yes. Drew saying, I remember when your streak was like 300 plus. You fell off. Thank you, Drew. You're so supportive. I feel like we shouldn't let Drew come onto the stream. I feel like it'd be funny to not have Drew on the stream. Like, we'll be in the same city, but he doesn't come on. Donkerstraat. Bro saying washed unk. Not washed. You're washed. Arturo saying washed unk. Oh. .be. Drew saying I will climb through your window. Hey, good luck. Took me 3 months to figure out how to open it. It wasn't 3, it was more like 7. .be. Belgium. Yeah. Cat saying Dutch, Netherlands, or Belgium. Yep. Cat saying Belgium then. Yup. Arturo asking, was it 6 or 7? This is Iguazu Falls. The Argentinian part. Yeah, Iguazu. Boom. Any objections? Just that big brain. / I've been here, but on the other side. There we go. Yep. Ah, yes, Drew saying, what a coincidence. Yes. Your fall off started in Argentina, too. Ha ha ha. Drew's so funny. Christopher likes in the World Cup draw was so awkward to watch. FYI. Yeah. I saw the clips of Wayne Gretzky mispronouncing country names. Also, the whole thing just looked terrible. But it was genuinely... It kind of... I literally had to Google it afterward. I was like, do they not teach them how to say the countries? Okay, Vojnica. You're saying that one is clever, and I feel like your tone didn't give it its due. Maybe I missed what you were getting at. Cat saying it took like an hour and a half before they did the draw. Yeah, I figured. That's kind of how it goes with those. They're like the most boring events on the planet, most boring and drawn out. You fell off. Oh, it was a waterfall. Got it. Okay. You're giving yourself too much credit on that one. But Christopher likes in the village people performing was so awful. The whole everything I saw of it looked very cringe. It was just all the media I've seen around it, like period, has been something else. I don't know. Is anyone gonna try to go to games? Ill tired hopping in back to the land of snow. We'll be watching Inherently today. Welcome in, Ill tired. We are somewhere with dual script right now. And that's about it. That's all I know. Somewhere with dual script. Oh yeah, Cat saying for me the worst is when they have the 3 leaders do the draw. It was awkward to see. Yeah, I saw that. Mini market. Vidin. So we're in Vidin, I assume. Phoenix is saying I think Bulgaria. Yeah, I saw stuff with the 3 leaders doing it where people were like, oh, it's rigged, when they had the 3 leaders pull out their own countries. And I was just like, what? No. Like, it's just all the media around it is just so painful. Christopher likes saying, oh yeah, the fake award. Yeah. That I knew that was coming. Like everyone knew that was coming, but then I saw it on an Instagram reel and it was just such a hard watch. It's just like someone had to animate that background of the award. Someone had to make it. It's just like, wow. That's insane. Voynitsa. We're leaving Voynitsa. That's a shame. So, Phoenix and Cats, why are we thinking Bulgaria? Christopher likes saying Shaq having the stone cold face was funny. I did not catch that. Anything I've seen of it was via Instagram reel. Like, I will embarrassingly admit that we definitely went off. I don't know what happened here. Okay, yeah, just vibes, but we need more clues. Yep, okay. Agreed. So, yeah, embarrassing admission, but while being sick, I, like, couldn't maintain doing that. I was in and out of, like, I'll try to sleep, I'll try to be awake, blah, blah, blah. It was just such a bizarre sickness. I'll usually watch, like, a billion movies when I'm sick, and it's the only time I watch movies. I could not stomach a full movie. So I watched, like, 4 hours of Instagram Reels yesterday. It was awful. But so I saw everything from the draw via that. Kita municipality. Phoenix saying the poll tops earlier were alternating and signs with dual language are white in my opinion, but keep looking just in case. Okay. Yeah, and Kat saying Gretzky mispronouncing North. Yeah, what do you say? North Macedonia, and Curacao, and also pronounced Jordan wrong, right? I don't remember what he said, and then also Turkey. He said Turkey. Cat saying Kita municipality might be a helpful clue. Why do you think that? I feel like it's not going to be big enough to show up on the map. keep rolling. But as a result of spending 4 hours on Instagram Reels, also in such a state that it was playing out of my Alexa while I was in bed, and I just couldn't be bothered to fix that. It was like 3 in the morning, and I was watching Reels through my Bluetooth through the Amazon Alexa. Horrible low point. The highway signs. So it says Highway 14. This seems to match the design of the Bulgarian highways signs. Oh, it's Kula. I hate how that is like... That's so similar to what the D is. That's my bad. I don't know that font. So it's not Serbia. So going through the dual script countries, not Serbia, not North Macedonia. It's not Montenegro. Kind of has to be Bulgaria. That's what fits with the highway signs. Any objections to Bulgaria, or keep looking? How do we feel? Christopher likes saying the only normal person there was Tom Brady. It's sad they could get people. They couldn't get people like Kobe Jones and me, or Canadian. My brain is fried trying to read. Yeah, it did feel like a very bizarre group of celebrities that they invited. I was a little confused at that, but whatever. Alright, we'll go Bulgaria. Awesome. Okay. First glance feels Kenya, but that's gonna be so wrong. No, the house is on stilts. It's an area prone to flooding. This is gonna be South Asia. This is gonna be like Sri Lanka. Yeah, Cat saying Southeast Asia then. That's the Cambodian seal, isn't it? Yeah, Phoenix saying Cambodia maybe. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's Cambodia. Let's run it. Awesome. Oh, yay! Random European road. So we've got... Yeah, Christopher likes saying I always struggle with Southeast Asia. Me too, honestly. The thing is that languages are equally non-intelligible to me. Like, even written, it's so hard to distinguish Thai from Cambodian. I will literally need to learn one of them at some point just to be able to tell them apart. It's a decent strategy, actually. And just... Yeah, my brain is exploding. French. That's hopeful. You're tired saying Ireland, UK vibes. I doubt it at this point, but I can see where you were going with that. Phoenix saying this is giving me French vibes. You got that. Nail on the head. $1 million question. Is this France or is this Belgium? Let's look at the plates. You're tired saying, yeah, now I see the French. Well, this is for, well, I don't want to translate it. Like, I can read this, but I don't want to translate it because I know it won't be exact. Yeah, Katz is saying Francis said it there. Basically, it's this is the part that I'm struggling with. But it's to these people who died for France. But yeah, Cat's saying the last word is France. Yep. We are good. I understand what this means, but if I translate it, it will be not directly correct, and I will look stupid, so I'm not going to do it. Phoenix saying it was a double blue just now. Double blue... What does that mean? Okay, our dear children who died for France, I think. Yeah. That would make sense. Children, there we go. It's enfants was confusing me because in my head that's just boys. So I was like, and I'm thinking shares as like cherished. So I was like, our cherished boys. So it was like, conceptually, I know what you're trying to convey. Literally, I'm lost. Oh, okay, France has the double blue on the plates. Really? Huh. Cat saying I was doing French Duolingo before this stream. Okay. How's the Italian going? Remember you're trying to start that. What flag is that? It's definitely not going to be a helpful one. Well. If I said I'm feeling Czechoslovak with that, I feel like that would be... Oh, come on. Okay, you finished Italian. You finished it. Oh, but they only go to A2. A2 is, it starts at A1, right? So is the Duolingo Italian course just not that fleshed out? There we go. Zdar, Trini. Yes, feeling very Czechoslovak. Okay, not fleshed out yet. Interesting, I had no idea. Ooh, Iltard saying almost at 1 year French Duolingo and get a boyfriend doing Italian. Love that. Christopher likes saying Czechia. Yeah, I'm definitely in line to agree with that. It is funny with the languages. I've discovered Russian is a very funny, like, rage bait language. Because I was talking to somebody the other night and they were like, you look Slavic. And I'm like, I'm not Slavic. And they were like, oh yeah, I speak Turkish, German, Polish. And they're like, what languages do you speak? I was like, English, conversational Spanish. I can understand like written Portuguese. And I'm learning Russian. Long story short, basically they started speaking in Russian to me to prove that I was Slavic, and I responded, and then it just turned into this argument of like, I don't know how to explain it. But Katz is saying, you're tired. I'm now on the last section, hoping to finish it this month. Of last section of Duolingo French. There's so much to that. I remember back in the day. Actually, you know what? That's still a good video idea. Never mind. I'm not going to say it. It would be a lot to do, but wow. How long have you been working through that then? Your cat's saying yes, Duolingo French. Okay, yeah. Okay, did some French classes before, so didn't start from scratch. I also do like how Duolingo now gives you the ranking of where you are, like the A2, B1. Like, I like having that quantifiable, what level are you at? Because that's, I feel like on a resume, everyone always says, like, intermediate Spanish. I like being able to write, like, I don't remember what mine is, but I like being able to write the quantifiable thing. It's Czech or Slovak, but I can't distinguish the two from each other. You know how on Google Maps you can change the date of the imagery? You can go back in time and look at footage from the past. Okay, well, there we go. I don't have to go on my rant. My rant was going to be, I want to be able to do that with the borders, so I can just select Czechoslovakia and just be done. Phoenix saying a bit of a weird one. Czech tends to have a black cap on top of the back of the sign poles. Interesting. Not all the time. Slovakia, you don't see this. Huh. It's a very good thing to know. Thank you, Phoenix. Well, it's a San Jose. This is Costa Rica. This is 1,000,000,000% Costa Rica. San Jose, Caldera. Where's Caldera? Does it even matter? Yeah, Katz is saying yes. Costa Rica. It just 100% is. Where are those signs? I want to at least look at the signs to be sure it doesn't hurt to see the little Costa Rica highway sign. There we go. Boom. Costa Rica. Mongolia? No. I don't know. Petroleum. It says Tez Petroleum. Bet on your mag. What? Yeah, reading this is not going to help. Okay, Phoenix is saying, yeah, I was thinking Ulaanbaatar on this. It's... Electron... Bara? Made in Poland. I definitely do feel Ulaanbaatar on this, but it's just so... I'm a little bit bamboozled. Let's go back down this way. This is the main road. We should stay on the main road. Ooh, Christopher like asking, could this be Ukraine? I don't think so. No, these are mountains out here. Which makes me think it's not Ulaanbaatar. Because there... Are there mountains? I guess this kind of looks like a mountain. That's to the south. Would that be to the south? Yep. Oh, it says MG on the bus. Where does it say MG? Oh. I'm honestly not sold on that. I think that's meant to be MIG. Because this right here says MIG, but in Cyrillic. I don't think that's enough. Darjan. Or Darhan. Yeah, Cat's in. Okay, MIG. Christopher likes saying Russian flag colors. Yeah. Good point. Mongolian flag. Okay, so something I was about to note was that the words, while in Cyrillic, don't look Russian. Like, they just like they just weren't. The words didn't look right. Yeah. Yeah, Cat's saying more like the Mongolia then because of the bus. And yeah, flag. Yeah, we're good. Let's do Mongolia. Awesome. Ooh, random road. W Dig hopping in. Yo, we're so back, team. We are indeed so back. W Dig, welcome in. We are in Skaribo. Somewhere in the world, wherever Skaribo is. Near Skaribo, it's Slavic. And I don't know what this says. Ooh, W Dick saying great day to not be a Notre Dame fan. I have no idea who they played or how they did, but I can guess how they did. Alright, people are saying this is Swedish. I'm fine with that. Let's do that. Seems to make sense. Anyone object? Oh, yes, Cat's asking the important questions here. Now that the draw's been done, what tickets do you have, W Dig? Like, who's playing in the game that you bought tickets to? Right, Sweden. Dub. 150. Oh, this is Poland. Gotta be Poland. Oh, they got left out the college football playoffs. Didn't they expand that to a ton of teams? Yeah, Warsaw. This is Poland. Any objections? Poland. Have some water. Oh, Brazil versus Morocco. That is so sick. You got so lucky. That is so good. Oh. Dude. Yeah, no, exactly, W Dig. Literally the best possible outcome. You could have got Scotland, Haiti. Like, that would have been... You got Brazil, Morocco. Oh, that is awesome. Yeah, W Dig saying no for real. Man. That is so awesome. Okay, they put the bigger teams in bigger stadiums. That makes sense. Yeah, dude, that's going to be amazing. Wow. I mean, that will be the game that decides the group. And I say that as a supporter of a different country in that group. That is so cool. That is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Okay, Samisk Hadverk. Okay, there's too much stuff going on in there. This is very clearly Norway. Norway green plate. It's Norway. Any objections? Ooh, Cat saying W Dig, I'm more tempted to go to NYC for the World Cup final weekend now. Found a good price, just waiting to see if I can take the day off. What day is the final? Like, what day of the week is it? Alright, doing Norway. Love it. it's a Sunday? That's not bad. At least it's not a Tuesday. I think this might be Rwanda. Small chance, but I think I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong, actually. I don't know where this is, but I'm wrong. Yeah, Phoenix saying Kenya. Yeah, I'm more inclined to go with Kenya here. Yeah. Yeah, Kat's saying this gives Nairobi vibes. Okay, yeah, Kat's saying I found an okay price hotel as well for 2 nights. That's awesome. What's okay price? Because I feel like New York hotels are never okay priced. And then New York hotels, it has a follow car. And then New York hotels during World Cup final. Okay. Hostel. That makes more sense. Literally Kenya right here. I mean, even the hostel World Cup weekend has got to be insane. Or World Cup final weekend. So the whole world's going to try to be here. Mall of Qatar, by the way. We good with that? I feel like it has not hit me yet that this is probably the only time that I will ever live in a World Cup final host city, and that I should maybe like do something about that. And actually like I'll probably go tailgate or something. I don't know. I feel the World Cup's gonna happen, and it's just gonna like blink, and then it's over, and then it's like, whoops, didn't do enough. All right, Qatar. 159 is not bad. That is pretty good, cats. W Dig asking, wait, what's the status of seeing a Scotland match? There's talk. There's talk of the Brazil game in Miami. There is talk. But, Christopher likes saying I'm thinking about going to an Atlanta game. That'll be sick. Who's playing in Atlanta? I'm also thinking about flying to Seattle for the US Australia game. I wouldn't get tickets because they're $1 billion. But I just think it could be a fun weekend trip. Go like start fights with some Australians. You need a good fist fight every now and then. Let's hang out in Seattle. Tailgate. I think it'd be a fun time. Yeah, exactly, W-Dig. The tickets be the price of a mortgage. I know. Well, I literally, like, looking at the Seattle games, they were all, like, 500, 500, 500, and then the one game that the U.S. is playing in Seattle, it's 1,500. Yeah, but no, yeah. Brazil, Scotland, and Miami would be epic. B for Belgium, I'm assuming. This might be Belgium. Phoenix saying, yeah, just for you to have the vibes around the cities when it's the World Cup will be great. Exactly. It'll be a blast. It'll be a really fun time. That's the Romanian flag. Kat thinks you're going to Seattle just to have a fight for the Australians. No, I'm all talk. They would beat me. So it's entirely talk. But it's a fun concept. I guess we should look at the plates. See if the plates are red. I can't tell. I already proved that earlier today. The confirmation bias. .be though. Okay, so Spain, South Africa, Cabo Verde, and Saudi Arabia, and the qualifier are playing in Atlanta. Those are good ones. If you can get a Spain win in there, getting any World Cup game in there is awesome. If you can get a Spain win in there, that'd be amazing. Oh, Morocco versus Haiti is in Atlanta? Huh. Yeah, Cat saying I'm mistyping words now. No, I feel you, dude. I feel you. It's not everybody's night. But yeah, it is Belgium again. That's a good point, W Dig. Seeing Cabo Verde on their debut would be really cool. Or Curacao. Okay, see, and for a second I was like, it's Koreatown, but it's not. It's Korea. Are we good with South Korea here? Oh, my bad, Ill-Tired. Saw that too late. Ill-Tired said, hold on, zoom in on the street corner signs. But yeah, Christopher, like, you should definitely do an Atlanta game. Like, the way that I'm looking at this, or that I'm trying to make myself look at this, is think about, because in my head it's like, oh, it's not the right time, like it's blah blah blah, like I got this, I got that, and it's like there's no right time. And any other time in the future that you want to go to a World Cup, it's going to be on another continent probably. It's not going to be back on this continent for a while, or maybe not. I think they've actually bungled the next one to the extent that it ends up coming back here in like 3 World Cups. But something about moment's never going to be right, and if you want to do this in the future, it's going to be way more expensive than now, so just YOLO. Something along those lines. Kat saying, yeah, my friend from the UK will be in the Bay Area. He's watching Austria versus Jordan. That'll be cool. Yeah, Phoenix saying, yes, this is Korea. WDig saying Gretzky's pronunciation weren't even the most insane thing about that draw. Yeah, you missed it. We were talking about that earlier. But yeah, a friend from the UK being in the Bay Area. That's, there was a, oh, here we go, Arabic. I saw a reel on Instagram. And it was like, it was funny because a family member and I like each sent it to each, or like I saw it and didn't send it, and then a family member sent it to me. It was like Scots calling up every person they know in North America to try to find a place to like find a couch to sleep on for the World Cup. Like once they qualified, it was like the day after they qualified. It was all the memes that came with it. Ill-Tired saying, woo, add a comma, probably. Oh, no. Forgot about the Arabic. Not the other comma. W Dig saying, shoot, I have to go back and watch. And Christopher like saying the Saudi Arabia Spain game interests me. Perfect trap game for Spain. Of course, remember the Saudi Arabia Argentina game last World Cup? When Argentina lost to Saudi Arabia and then won the World Cup. Phoenix saying it's Jordan, I believe, but could be Israel. I think Israeli plates are yellow. And I'm pretty sure these are all white plates, so I'm inclined to think Jordan. And yeah, WDig and I saying the same thing at the same time. Yeah, I saw Ill-Tired's or not too late. Hold up. What was that? Just, I can't read that. Yeah, agree, cats. We need more clues. Moments like that, where I, like, say I hadn't caught that and one of you did, and you were like, no, wait, go back to that sign. I can't imagine how frustrating it is for you all as the viewer to catch something and I don't, and you're trying, and, like, because I know how, like, idiotic I am when you try to redirect me to something we missed, and I'm like, should I be going here? Should I be going there? I can't imagine how frustrating that is for you. Must suck. Just climbing up this hill. What do we got going on here? We got a flag that I don't recognize. We got other stuff. There's a wall. I don't know what to do with any of this. Christopher likes saying, I still can't believe I spotted that Google car. And maybe that's like a Google. Okay, well, Street View car capturing other Street View car. It's common and happens because multiple Street View cars cover areas, sometimes overlapping routes, or one car capturing another, while the driver uses a backpack camera for... Wait, what? Okay, yeah, might start from the same location, cover different parts of a region, and inevitably crossing paths. Interesting. But I guess it is according to that, it's a somewhat common thing. Yeah, I don't know what to do with any of this. This is really all just stuff. It's all just stuff that's here and isn't helping us in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, common. Exactly. I feel like common might be a bit overused there. Given in the 2 years of this stream, almost 2 years, 2 years in like 3 weeks, which is insane. What was I saying? I'm completely like, wow, the brain fog is crazy. What is that? Jordanian flag. Right there. Everyone good with that? Iltired saying not to throw a wrench, but those are cedar trees. Who's our tree expert again? Our tree expert is unfortunately not here, though cedar trees are, of course, on the flag of Lebanon. Iltired saying never mind, must be behind on things. W-Dig saying actually it's Jordan. Okay, it's the Jordanian king on the right. Is that how he said Jordan? It was Jordan. It was like, how do you? That's a common name. That's a name of a person in the West. Like, how is that? Or in the West, in English-speaking country. Yeah, I can only think of it in English-speaking countries. I feel like it obviously has roots elsewhere, but I can only think of it being an English name. I know that that's not correct, but it's not the point. It's a common name. Oh, Thai. Yeah, exactly, W-Dig. Did nobody go over how to say these names? I was saying this earlier. I was like, when I saw it, I literally Googled, like, did nobody walk them through how to... Like, I was so flabbergasted. Okay, cool, Thai. Yeah, Kat saying even Jordanians don't pronounce their country like that. Thailand, awesome. Just so... Oh, yeah, and left hand as well. Like, that was just... How does no one coach them on that? All the detail that went in there. There was a graphic for... They animated the peace... Phoenix is saying very Bhutanese house. Yeah, feeling very Bhutanese. Bad Timaru. I'm so sorry that it uses usernames now instead of the normal names. Saying Jordan is named for the Jordan River, whose name is Semitic in origin. Okay. Yeah, because obviously, I know the country's name comes from way further back than I could imagine, but I feel like I never hear it. Honestly, it's just gonna sound worse if I try to walk through my thinking on this. It's gonna just sound stupid. W Dig saying, yes, somehow Shaq knew to say Islamic Republic of Iran, but Wayne gave us North Macedonia. Like that's so funny. Yeah, W Dig saying this feels Bhutan. I do like Bhutan for this. Christopher likes saying Kevin Hart is the host of That Thing Was Just Wrong. Kevin Hart was the host? I did not know that, honestly. Also, something that's wild to me. So like, with Wayne Gretzky not knowing North Macedonia, Kevin Hart and Heidi Klum, yeah, I did not know that. That's wild. What was I saying? Yeah, the North Macedonia thing. That, like, the breakup of Yugoslavia happened, it wasn't like, okay, that was a Bhutanese plate. Let's go back. These are Bhutanese plates. Davidic saying like 12 inches of height difference. Bhutanese plate. I'm 100% on Bhutan. Anyone object? Something I just found interesting. So, with having gone to Serbia recently and telling people that I was going to Serbia, when we bombed Serbia, most of the people that I speak to on a regular basis were like -2 to 2 years old when that happened. Like the most recent time we did it, right? So I understood when people were like, where is that? To some degree, or got it confused with Siberia, or the lady at the airport when I was trying to change my Serbian money into American dollars, like, after coming back, she, like, couldn't even pronounce Serbia. I was like, do you exchange Serbian dinar? She was like, what? And she could see it written on the screen. She couldn't pronounce Serbian, like the word Serbian. I can understand that to a degree, in that, like, if you aren't into this stuff, like we all are into this stuff. We're an hour and 16 minutes into a GeoGuessr stream. We're all into this stuff. If you're someone who's not, I can understand it to a degree. If you were -2 to 2 years old when we were bombing them. But if you were a full adult when Yugoslavia broke up, and it's like Macedonia has broken away, and now Serbia and Bosnia and Kosovo, and it's like, come on. We good with Bhutan though? Let's do it. Okay. Mongolia. Any objections? Mongolia? Yeah. And Christopher likes saying Gretzky couldn't pronounce Curacao. Yeah, Curacao. Brilliant. Iltarat saying lol, never use a money changing place. I had to though, because I had 1 billion Serbian dinars and I was in New York. I had already left Serbia and I don't plan on going back there, so it was either change the money or have 1 billion Serbian dinars for no reason. So that was the lesser of two evils. Get a debit card with 0 foreign ATM fees and take out as needed without warrior fees. Yeah, I know, that's the smarter way to go. That's what I've been doing, but, okay, Spanish. That's only if I know there's going to be an ATM when I land. I think this most recent time when I got to Argentina, I like couldn't find it. I like to exchange the cash, like at least enough for a taxi first, just in case you land and there's no ATM. Okay, yeah, Phoenix is saying Ecuador baller. This looks like Ecuador, 100%. Cat saying, ill-tired, when I was in Moldova, we had to carry cash to exchange to the Transnistrian ruble. Cards don't work there. The Transnistrian ruble. That's just crazy. I should go to Transnistria. Oh, Cats, did you go to Transnistria? I can't remember. I'm so going to Transnistria. What a great idea. But this is like, I'm so down to do Ecuador here. Anyone object to Ecuador? Okay, you did a day trip to Transnistria. How was it? It seems like a very interesting place. Like I'm very. I don't want to just use interested in it. Interesting is is like my go-to adjective, and I needed it to not be. It is wow, I have such limited vocabulary. It's the only other way I can think to describe this is somewhere that interests me. Very Soviet, and they have their own currency. That sounds like a blast. It sounds so fun. Yeah, Christopher likes saying, I've seen YouTube videos of going to Transnistria. It looks like going back to the late 80s. That sounds sick. I've never been to the late 80s, so that sounds like a fun time. You know, I did the math on this earlier. 2007 is as far away from right now as it is from 1989. Like, that's the midpoint between right now and 1989. I don't remember why I did that math. I did, like, fever brain of doing random stuff. Cat saying, Christopher like, I wouldn't say late 80s. They have modern technology like LED ads for AirPods. Huh. Ill-tired saying, hashtag born in the late 80s. Phoenix saying, makes me feel old. I was born in 88. It's... Okay, yeah, Kat's is saying it's like some places in Central Asia that's very Soviet style. Gotcha. Alright. Ecuador. Yes. No. I'm confident. Phoenix caught the bollards. I want to do it. I think we're good. I need at least someone else to say yes. I need somebody to say yes. WDig is very pro YOLO. I'm expecting a WDig yes here. This is not a YOLO though. This is not like massive caveat. This is not a YOLO. You see, look at that. Look at that. It's exactly who I said would say it. I said it would be WDig. That's exactly what I said would happen. WDig saying, if you're confident, I trust the baller meta. And then laughing at me saying that. Cat saying the tour guide who lived there did explain properly the situation. It's an interesting place to visit for sure. Ooh. This sounds like a fun time. Should go to Transnistria. And I guess also, yeah, the other side of it is Ukraine. That sure is interesting. It's wild to me that there are genuinely, there's Russian troops in Moldova, but they just don't do anything with Ukraine being right there. It's interesting. Alright, we're doing Ecuador. My heart kind of dropped into my stomach for a second there. Out of fear. There we go. Any objections to Peru? Going once. Going twice. Peru. Gotcha. Yeah, W Dick saying, wait, you're joking, right? Old Tired saying, Alright. Christopher Lex saying it's wild that the Moldovan police can't control the area. So is that what it is? Like... Christopher Lex saying I was like, oh no you don't. Because I guess I've never really... What was it? The area... Oh, Hebrew. Yeah, Hebrew. Oh, wow. Cat saying someone in my group asked how to get to Odessa. The tour guide discouraged him to go there, which I agree. But yeah, there are public buses from Chisinau to Odessa via Tiraspol. That just sounds like a... That sounds terrifying, honestly. I saw a video of... Also, are we good with Israel here? I mean, bro's wearing a yarmulke. Yellow plates, like, this is Israel. Any objections? Yeah, cool. Yeah, W Dick saying, yeah, even being that close to Ukraine is wild. And Iltired saying there were buses from Norway to Russia, half as interesting data. Yeah, I've seen those. And Cat saying, yeah, Moldovan police doesn't control the area. Countries discourage people to go there as there are no embassies. Huh. Makes sense. That's interesting. Also, just I like the thought of I'm safe in Chisinau. Let me take a bus to Tiraspol, which is in Transnistria, an area under... How does that work? Like, how... Like, I'm so bamboozled at the concept of, let me get on this bus from Moldova, a country that is Western aligned for the moment, go to Tiraspol, a country, Transnistria, a region with Russian soldiers. I'm going to take this public bus from this region with Russian soldiers into Ukraine, a country that Russia is bombing. I'm gonna go like the fact that bus. Oh yeah, W Dig says that bus says Bangalore. All right, India. Nice. Yeah, Christopher likes saying I want to go to Ukraine someday, but after the Russians go away. The Cat's saying, yeah, it's a peaceful place because Moldova and Transnistria have been on a stalemate for years. Yeah, I know it's a peaceful place. It's just conceptually, like, it's just such a whiplash of boom, boom, boom. Iltired saying, I want to see Chernobyl. I've done Trinity, Nagasaki, and Hiroshima. Just need to add Chernobyl and Fukushima, and Bikini Atoll. To complete my nuclear-themed vacations. I'm pretty sure this is United States. Let's find a speed limit sign. Yeah, Cat saying I'd like to see Chernobyl too, but someday. Have you seen the airstrike? The thing they built over the reactor, it got hit, and now it's whatever. I don't know how to articulate this. That said miles per hour. This is the US. Nice. Yeah, WDig saying this feels so American. Yep, Eltire pointing out miles per hour. This is nice. I like this. Little hill. Come on. Let's go down. This little town. This is very nice. Ooh. This is just so... I don't know what about it. I think the colors just kind of pop. Right? It's a very colorful Google Street View photo. It's just... I don't know. It's something about this. Yeah, Katz is saying this is a nice landscape. Like, it's not overpowering. It's not insanely beautiful, but it's just nice. Yeah, exactly, Phoenix. It's very tranquil. Alright, come on. Come on, let's keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Want to get into the town. And then see some words. Here we go. We're in the town now. Oh boy. That's some German. Phoenix is saying my vibe is like Estonia. Unfortunately, I don't believe that's where we are. Especially given this sign here says .de. Yeah, Phoenix saying forget what I said. And everyone's spamming the chat with .de. Alright, we love it. Dead center of Germany, too. That's a nice spot. This is Botswana, if I've ever seen it. 100% Botswana. A fun fact. Yeah, because that's on the wrong side. Okay, how do I prove this is Botswana? Other than just saying, oh, this is clearly Botswana. I don't know how to make this actually a fun fact. Or basically, there's in Gaborone. Okay, Christopher Like is saying that's Botswana. I had this same spot earlier today. It's gotta be Ganzi. Ganzi is Botswana, isn't it? Yeah, there's Ganzi. Any objections? Going once, going twice. Botswana, love it. This is what I was trying to say. Serbian church. Yep, here we go. It's this church that was built by these Serbian immigrants to Botswana. So there's a Serbian church just in Gaborone. Yeah, Katz is saying there's a Serbian church in Gaborone. Yes, there is. Serbian immigrants to Botswana built it. There was something notable about it too. I don't know if it's like the highest building in town or something like that, but yeah, it's there. W. Dick saying, well, it feels like a glitch in the Matrix. Yeah, I know. It's very bizarre. Okay, this feels like a video game. I feel like I'm in Red Dead Redemption. Gotcha, okay. Phoenix saying Gen 3 white truck. So, yes. Can't read any of that. Oh, this is awful coverage. Just really awful coverage. Yep. Agreed, Eltire. This is horrible. Christopher likes saying this feels like the Long Dark video game. What is that? Can't say I've heard of that one. Got a lot of cows roaming around, which makes me think India. Like a lot of cows. Why is my nose always... My nose is never itchy in my normal life. I am never itching my nose except on stream. There's got to be something in my room that makes me itch my nose. Okay? It's a painful kind of game. This is seriously just terrible. It's such low light too. It's not even... It's should have waited 20 more minutes before doing this. There we go. Now the sun's up. That was terrible. That was an actual nightmare. Ill-Tired saying, could be Bangladesh. Woman on a bike with head covering. Very good point. Phoenix saying this has... Yeah, this took bad cam to a whole new level. That was atrocious. Okay. So, now that we're through that, let's figure out what to do, or how to figure out where we are. I've got nothing so far. Like, just genuinely nothing. Yeah, Katz is saying this is a horrible round. Well, hopefully... I think this is a point in the direction of India. Because, yeah. Ill-Tired saying last 20 minutes is our danger zone. So play it safe. It is actually the last 25 minutes right now. So we're not in the danger zone yet. I feel like in Bangladesh they use English less. India they use it more. I would assume that's because in India it needs to be used as a sort of connector language, whereas in Bangladesh they can use Bengali. Or it's a lingua franca. Oh yeah, and a 3-digit streak, that makes it even more susceptible to losing. Hold on. Phoenix pointed out this is another sign further. We can't go that way. Okay. Yeah, Phoenix is saying it looks more Indian writing. W. Dick saying I'm feeling India. Thing is, I forget that there's actual stakes here. Especially with a triple-digit streak. This is actually stressful now. Oh, man. See, the thing is, there weren't even... It didn't even feel like there were that high stakes when we'd hop on every week back during the 500 country streak, because in my head it was just never going to end. I had already, in my head, I'd convinced myself that we were invincible. Oh, yep, very good point, Cats. Very good point. Cats saved the streak earlier this stream. Fully thought it was France. It was not. It was Belgium. Cat said keep looking. So we kept looking. We found a sign that said Wallonia. You are so right. Yeah, W Dig saying, wait, this is our longest streak in a while, right? One of, if not, yes. What triangle's on the sign, though? Phoenix. W Dig saying, not the added pressure. Iltired saying, other crazy thoughts, other rural areas in Nepal or Bhutan. This seems really underdeveloped for India. It's too flat for Nepal or Bhutan, though. Yeah, W Dig saying clutch move there. No, for real. Like fully saved the streak. I had France selected, and Kat said, maybe keep looking. Or, let's keep looking. So I was like, okay. I described it as a near-death experience at the time. Oh, okay, the Bengali script has a lot of triangles. This is how you differentiate the two countries. Okay. I've always found the scripts to be very similar. So I genuinely hadn't caught a distinction in the two of them yet. Would love to know what's on that sign. You're kidding me. We're not going to get to see. That would be so helpful. Okay. Well, we're going this way. Let me see. What's on their shirts? Can I... Nah. Can't really get anything from that. This is a tough one. I want to say India here, but there's just not enough evidence. Imagine just chilling out here in the Google Street View car just drives by. It's got to be very bizarre. Yep, Christopher Lake saying it's awful coverage. W Dig saying this doesn't feel as mountainous as Nepal or Bhutan should. Yup. Is that a flag? It definitely won't be, but yeah. What's going on here? Just a box. Yeah, it's random stuff. Kids on bicycles. This is really just terrible. You know, earlier today, I was on the phone with Drew, and he made fun of me. He said that he basically just made fun of me for, I guess, last week on stream, or on Tuesday, so 5 days ago on stream, we looked at a bin. Oh, hold up. No, this is not helpful at all. Is this doing anything for anyone? Iltard saying, I don't know, not sold in India at all, can't articulate really why I'm vibes, really cautious about this. Cat saying elephant question mark. W Dig saying the elephant playing soccer. The elephant is definitely interesting. Are there elephants in Bangladesh? I know there are in India. Iltard Singer, just remember teaching a Nepali ESL student years ago, but not enough to remember the differences in script to really tell. Phoenix Sing looks more like India, but don't hold me accountable for this. Ooh. W Dig Sing leaning India, but could this be Sri Lanka? Off the script, it can't be. No, Sri Lanka's script is more like circular. El Tired saying, I won't feel confident until we see a flag or a URL. Honestly, I'm very confident in this. Elephant, cows. Like, yeah, W Dig's saying I don't think we're getting a website out here. Phoenix saying no, this is north of the country in my opinion. Yeah, it is the north. Based off the script, it's the north because they're more circular. It's interesting how it works. In the north, all the scripts have that line that goes through, and then the stuff that comes off the line. And then as you go down, it gets a little more circular. See, it gets more and more circular, and then as you get to Sri Lanka, it kind of, for some reason, it doesn't do Tamil on here, but Tamil is like circles. Christopher like saying Nepal, I don't know, confusing. Il Tired asking, can you check if there are flat areas in Nepal? Hardly, no. I think anywhere in Nepal would, I guess, be visible. There should be mountains visible. WD asking, can we compare scripts on the map? Yes. We saw a sign a minute ago, right? Is my brain just, like, broken? Other way. Thank you. What's this? Cat saying that's a better road. I agree, but let's go back to that elephant sign. Where was it? Or this sign works too. You know what? The elephant sign's right here. It doesn't look Nepali to me, honestly. Nepali feels a bit more... no, I definitely don't know what I'm talking about. I feel like it looks more like this area. Nepali feels more... not that. I don't know how to describe it. W Dig saying, I'm sending India final answer. I agree. Let's get back onto this main road. Il Tired saying, I'm sending, we have 14 minutes, better to wait it out. Fair enough. I don't know, we get this wrong, then we can do 14 minutes of some fun map. Think of it. I think that's incentive. You know what? This is China. China. It literally wouldn't let me click it, because it knows it's such a stupid idea. Cat saying, I agree with Il Tired. And Il Tired saying 167 is the highest we've had in a while. 167! Sorry, I had to do that. But, no, I know you're right. It's just... I'm so confident that it might be India. W Dig saying, haha, bye. It's right there. It's just, it's right there. You know, brain rot. Uh, hmm. Guys. Yeah, Phoenix saying just don't hit spacebar if you still have China selected. Yeah, don't worry, I've made that mistake before. Christopher Lex saying Bhutan also comes to mind. I think... What script does Bhutan even use? Also, again, I think it's too flat. W Dick saying wait, OMG. Saying check these signs. It says welcome to something. The Dala. Welcome to corridor something homestay Dala. So where's Dala? Yeah, I don't know where Dala is. El Tired saying if this were India, wouldn't we have seen more political signs? I don't know. I really don't know. USAID. There's something about Jaguars, maybe? I don't know. This is such a tough one. Christopher likes saying go back to the USAID sign. What? Before I go all the way back there, why? That's a long way back to go. And there's stuff up here, which could be helpful. Hold up. Okay, Tired saying was curious. It was a seal on the top too. Yeah, I didn't see any Latin script on that one. Cat saying might be India then because of the tiger. So it's... I also saw that seal, but it's so far away, like in this shot, that it's like, what is it? Yeah, World Wildlife Foundation logo right there with the panda, with the tiger. No, I don't know. Why is that a Nepalese flag? Why is there a Nepalese flag right there? Guys. I can't. I am having a tough time processing this. I like, okay. This entire round, normally when we get India, we're just like, okay, yeah, it's probably India given XYZ, and then we run it. And I don't know why, but it seemed like this round, everyone just approached it with so much more scrutiny. And I was like, why? What am I missing that everyone else is picking up on that's making everyone else so skeptical? And then it ends up being Nepal. That is unbelievable. But yeah, everyone's reacting to that. Cat saying we're in the lower areas of Nepal then. I guess there are lower areas in Nepal. Yep, Christopher, like you did mention it. I guess these kind of lowlands here. Yeah, started footage was sus. Confirmed, still want to be sure this is a really dangerous road. Probably Borderlands. Definitely very close to the border. Like, yeah, Phoenix and El Tider saying that. Yeah, W-Dig saying insane grab. This is just like... Phoenix saying I'm still skeptical. I don't know. I mean... Oh, there was a mountain on the seal. How do you see that? How do you clock that? Where was it? I don't... Okay, on the one to the left. This? Is that what that is? Huh. I mean, how do we not see the Himalayas from here? Cat saying and it has the shape of Nepal, question mark. Maybe. Like, I could be convinced of that, but at the same time, is that just confirmation bias? And is this going to be a Nepalese flag up here? No. Christopher Lake saying Nepal send. Wait, we know it's Dala. So let's look for Dala. I guess there are some pretty extensive lowlands. Ill-Tired saying, wait, go back to... Oh, I've lost my mouse. Okay. East edge of Nepal, zoom in slowly. West, not east, gotcha. Zoom in. What am I looking for? Oops. Alright, I don't see it. But I'm happy to go for it. Oh, it said Daji, not Dala, so never mind. Christopher Lake saying we're right on the border of India. I'm going to start a poll. Send Nepal. This is not, is it Nepal? This is, should I send Nepal right now? Okay. The votes are coming in. All right. Cats is saying that monument in the middle, it's more Nepali than Indian. Okay. All right. The votes have it. If it's wrong, it's on the people. What a terrible round. Can we get one where we spawn in and it's just like, welcome to Germany? After that, that was... Yeah, old tired saying yes. W. Dick saying huge for the legacy. Phoenix saying it's so close. That was crazy. That was exhausting. Like, mentally draining. Engelmunster. Speaking of Germany. That's flat. German is the language. Yeah, exactly, Phoenix. It was too stressful. Yeah, W. Dick saying Netherlands, Belgium. So the plates look red, but I don't trust myself to make that assessment anymore. Kalo? Like Kaye? Like that's... Okay, Cats also thinks that those are red plates. That's good to see. Yeah, Cat said see what happens when we scrutinize it more. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, and Phoenix saying this looked like Belgian poles. That's definitely a red plate right here. Okay, so there were red plates earlier. But it turned out... So it wasn't just me. I thought that was just me. I thought I just could not see that anymore. I guess we'll go this way. But yeah, Christopher likes saying that was intense, but called it. No, congrats. Yeah. Davidic saying we're a well-balanced group. There's definitely room for improvement. And it definitely comes more from me doing haha. I need like a shock collar. Yeah, Cat saying you had 2 near-death experiences tonight. 100%. At that rate, Cats. Oh, it is 10 p.m. Oh, look at that. It's 10:01. In the spirit of 2 near-death experiences tonight, I'm not just going to send Belgium. We're going to leave it. And Phoenix, making a really good point. I like this. Ending on, what I love about this game is you can never stop learning. I think that is a fantastic way to look at it. And so, with all that, interesting evening. And I will see you. Drew saying, send it. I never started learning. Drew does not know how to... Yeah, Drew's brain doesn't work. But, have a wonderful night and a wonderful week. And I will see you back here, same time, next Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, for a probable Belgium guess and a shot at 200. So, I will see you then.